Hi everybody, I'm Spike Brave, and today I'd like to give you a look at the Assault game mode in Mechwarrior Online. I have recently received a request for tutorials on the Community Warfare game mode, and that got me to thinking about some of the other videos I have posted on my channel. And one thing I've noticed is I don't have the other game modes either, so I thought I would do those videos as well so you can see all the game modes that are available. The Assault game mode revolves around capturing your enemy's base. The primary objective of this game mode is to capture the opponent's base. You do that by going to a mobile HQ. It's a little truck with some communications equipment. If you stand next to the truck long enough, you'll capture their base and be declared the winner. Uh, that being said, the base is guarded by several turrets, so keep an eye out for those. You'll find both medium lasers and long range missiles, so be aware that when you're approaching the enemy base, you will take fire from the turrets that are positioned there. Now, that being said, as the primary objective of the game mode, most likely when you're playing, you will see a victory with the secondary objective of destroying all the enemy mechs. I have to say that's probably the most common victory in that game mode. Usually, what happens when people are capturing the base is they can't find the last light mech with the ECM who's hiding somewhere, so they just capture the base to end the match. Or somebody initiates a capture and both teams try to outcap one another. But that's pretty infrequent. I had to play several matches till I got into an assault match in which the objectives were actually the primary objective of both teams was to capture the enemy base. So I did capture that video, and what I'll do is I'll show you that, and I will talk a little bit about how I helped my team win that match and things you can do to help your team out in assault, and just give you a look at and an overview of that particular game mode. So let's go look at that video now. Alrighty, we're out in Verdian Bog playing an assault match. And the first thing I do is I check the teams. I was a little bit late coming to this match. I was checking my email. I swing to the right here to give the forward elements ECM protection. I do realize I have some teammates in the back who may not have ECM, but they are behind hills and have cover. I do want to provide support to those forward elements. They're the guys who are going to engage first. And I want to make sure that they live long enough for the slower and support mechs to get into position. So we come around the side here. I know that people like to fight over the hill in the C4 area. So I come around here and I spot an enemy unit. And once I see him, I get some cover behind this hill. And then I come around the corner here, and rather than shoot at him, I'll wait just a moment. I want to make sure that there's not friendly LRMs that have a lock. I don't want to chase him off by shooting him right away. Doesn't look like there's any LRM, so I'm going to take a shot at him. And then I move away, and I'm looking at his indicator to see which way he's turned. Okay, he doesn't see me. He doesn't know where I'm at. So I'm going to try to poke out and take another shot at him. Looks like he's going to leave, though. So I come up the hill here, and I'm going to try to keep him moving. It looks like he wants to get up there and snipe. So I'm going to try to poke at him and make him move around. See if I can find him. I do see some enemy units. There he is. So he's up there sniping, so I'm going to poke at him and make him move. He sees me now, so I move off. See that my team is in this area, so I don't leave. I want to provide them some ECM protection. Now I see a low signal indicator on my screen. That means I have ECM near me, so I pop up my UAV to see what's around. And we have a couple hiding down here below in the hill. So I just stay up here. I see I've got some mechs with me, so I'm going to provide them with my ECM. Trying to hang over the side enough to get my medium laser on him, and the lip of the hill was in my way there. So I just stay up here, and I'm providing ECM. I see that I've got my team near me, so I'm going to stay close and provide ECM. I'm going to move a little bit. I'm taking too much fire. I'm going to come around the other side, and there's our sniper again, so I'll take some more shots at him and move off. See another mech underneath us there, so I'm just trying to keep things targeted. Keep moving. They're aware of where we're at, so I don't want to stand too long. I am in a light mech, and it's a bad idea to stay in one spot for too long. We're still kind of here in this area. I am getting a little concerned. It's generally a bad idea to ball up and stay here. It's a good place to start a push, but if we stay here too long, what they'll do is they'll come around from either side and catch us in between the two pincers of their formation. So there's our sniper again. I'll take another shot at him. Whoops. Had a friendly run up and get in my line of fire. That's why he jerked away like that. Got a tree in my way that time. There is a little bit of parallax with the commando's arms that makes that laser at an odd angle, so sometimes you'll get weird shots like that. So I'm just staying here. We're still here. I am getting a little bit worried, but it doesn't look like they're pushing too hard, so I don't say anything yet. So I'll just stay here, provide ECM, and take whatever shots present themselves. Can be a little bit tough in this map because, as you can see, there's just a thick canopy of trees there, and it's difficult to tell if that guy's behind cover or not. So I take some shots at him and hit cover instead. I see that Timberwolf sitting there, so I take a few shots at him. Now you can see the team that my team is starting to even out and form more of a firing line. So what I do is I drop down to help those guys who are pushing and give them ECM. The guys that I left are up there by that hill and they got plenty of cover. So I engage this Timberwolf. He's busy dealing with bigger guys in front of him, so I stay behind him. Then we move off to see what else we can see. You see that we've got some stuff behind us. So I go back to make sure that we don't have a large force coming up behind us under ECM cover. As you can see, they've pushed my team off that hill, and it looks like they decided to relinquish that position, so I just moved off. I see the Stormcrow's really hurt, so I try to move on him, and he goes down. And then I see this next mech who's also very hurt, and I want to help finish him off. I don't see a lot of friendlies right near him, so I'm going to make sure that we take him out before he can cause any more damage to the team. Now I'm trying to figure out exactly where they are, and I see the base is under attack. And at this point, I decided to move off. I think that it's probably just a light who's busted loose, and he's trying to distract the team. I don't want my team moving because they have got a good position, and it looks like they've got the enemy on the run. So I go back to deal with the base myself. I do see that what's targeted is the king crab, so I'm a little concerned that I might need some help when I get there because it's a really good tactic to go in with an assault and a couple lights to capture the base. Unfortunately, this king crab did not apply that tactic. What he has done is come over here by himself. He's fighting one of the turrets and he doesn't notice me. So what I do is I stop and I drop an artillery strike on him. I don't want to challenge that king crab by myself. After the artillery strike, my plan is to run into those red laser beams that indicates where the capture point is. Now they're green because there's no enemy in it. My artillery strike did kill him, but my plan was to hit him with the artillery strike, then run onto the base and yell for help. And when I'm standing in that square as well, he won't be able to cap. It'll stop the cap. As I come off of clearing the base, I see this ice weasel, ice ferret. I forget the designation they're using. I know the Intersphere call sign name for this is Fenris. I decided to run him down because I know he likes to snipe. He was that sniper I was shooting with earlier in the match, and I want to take him out before he can go and find a good spot to hide. I'm trying to core him, and he's doing a real good job of protecting himself with his arms, and we're both having problems because our mechs are so fast in that tight area that we're running into walls. So I want to finish him off. And I've been watching the match score, and we're kind of fluctuating as we'll get ahead on mechs, and some mechs will go down. So what I want to do is help my team cap. They started capping in response to that king crab, so I move in to help with the cap. Now I see this Jenner, and I know that he's running to stop the cap, and he's almost cored. What I don't see is that red triangle on my right real quick that just went by. It's a king crab, and he gets me from behind. You can see me start to try to turn. I wanted to get behind that hill that you saw me fall down next to. I didn't realize that I had something so large behind me. And we'll flip over to the rest of my team here. That Jenner is definitely trying to get on the base, and they just stand here for the next couple seconds to finish off the cap. But this has been a look at winning an assault match by capping the base, in which both teams are actually actively trying to get that objective. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to my channel. If there's a specific video you'd like to see, please leave me a note in the comments below, and I'll get to it just as soon as I can. At the end of this video here, we'll take a look and see what my match score was. And as always, have a great day and have great luck on the battlefield. I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.